It's just like, oh, hey, well, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe and whatever. No, not the church. We believe the scripture, right? And you better deal with that, but we're not. We've so rolled over and accepted the beliefs of even Satanism, even the church. Now with their behavior, we're rolling over it and allowing them to infiltrate with virtually no resistance, okay? So we're going to take a look at, with their behavior, how are they permeating all aspects of society and spreading like yeast, and frankly, on the process of destroying things. Well, not just the world, dare I say, even in the church, we are allowing Satanism to spread like yeast in our schools, okay? As if you didn't need more reasons to homeschool, okay, with what's going on today, here's yet another one because we're allowing this to take place. And again, here is the Satanist rationale. Well, hey, right, if we allow homosexuality and transgenderism and all that stuff in schools, which we have allowed to happen, haven't we? Big, you think it was going to stop there? Of course not. And then they say, well, you allow Christian clubs in schools, right? Why can't you have satanic clubs? Now you think, oh, come on, we would never come to that. Folks, we have allowed the yeast of Satanism to spread. And this is what they're doing with their behavior. This is now what they're pushing in our schools, right? Let's take a look at this first video.
Teaching Satanism in schools sounds like the stuff of horror movies, but a US court ruling on religious freedoms has enabled devil worshippers in Florida to hand out educational material about their beliefs to kids at state schools. Rena Portnaya has this report.
Public education in America often uses coloring books to teach young Americans about math, science, and current events. This year, a new book filled with games and lessons about Satanism could be distributed to students attending public school in Florida's Orange County. The 10-page Satanic Children's Big Book of Activities features characters named Annabelle and Damien who demonstrate rituals to explain Satanism. This expanding wealth of information for America's young minds was made possible after a Florida judge last month ruled that if the Orange County School District allowed Christian groups to disseminate Bibles and other materials in its schools, then other religious and atheist groups should be given the same right to distribute their material. And followers of the Antichrist seized on the decision to treat all faiths equally.
Coming to a school in Portland very soon, and it has parents talking at Sacramento Elementary School after the Park Rose School District allowed them in by law.
As K2's Jackie Lebrecht reports, the devil's in the details when it comes to why this group holds this after-school club.
The drop-off at Sacramento Elementary was anything but routine Wednesday morning.
I just don't want my kids to be around it.
Mostly because there was talk of the devil.
Anything that has anything to do with satanic, it just doesn't sound like a healthy environment.
They're going to see the word satanic and be like, oh, okay, no, thank you.
There's a new club set to start this fall called the After School Satan Club. It's run by the National Satanic Temple.
I think a lot of people at the surface level look at the video and go, well, that was kind of creepy. And we know that.
Finn Rez heads up the Satanic Temple's Portland chapter. He says they're using Satanism as a metaphor, basing it off the literary interpretation where the devil is a rebel, questioning cultural norms and labels. Rez says they are offering an alternative to what's known as the Good News Club.
They talked about love, respect, kindness.
They teach them about God, of course, but it's more about loving themselves and believing in themselves.
The non-denominational Christian club meets weekly at the school, which bothers some parents.
They're trying to address the other group, trying to teach real vulnerable kids about religion. And my opinion is that people should teach religion at home.
We are offering an alternative program that basically teaches kids how to think critically and look at things from a scientific perspective.
Actually look from a satanic perspective. But did you notice that? You Christian, that Christian club thing, I tell you what, those Good News Club, that's what you're trying to do, secretly introduce religion. But hey, Satanism, no problem. Exactly. And do you see what they're doing? What did he say? Lucian Greaves. We are here to supplant, in essence, Christianity. This is what's going on with their behavior, folks. And you tell me we're not in a war, and it's time we need to speak up. And part of the way you can speak up when you're, how much more filth in schools do you got to go before you speak up with your feet and say, we are homeschooling? It's that simple, folks. Hello. And anyway, but this is going, we could be here all day, folks, sharing you video clips of these clubs that are starting. This isn't isolated, not just in Portland and not just in Sacramento, which is crazy. That's where I got saved and first started pastoring. I can't believe that. But that's California. We're going to get to that in a second. But this is happening all across the United States in mass. These coloring books and it's crazy. Okay. And now if that wasn't freaky enough, you saw little bitty teeny clips of it, but I'm going to give you the actual video from the Satanic Temple. This is their video that they made to advertise these after school Satan clubs. Right. And you heard the one guy say, it was a little freaky. Now, this is the first, if you weren't here at the beginning, I'll say it again. I made a disclaimer before we started. There's a couple video clips tonight. This is going to be one of them that is disturbing. But we need to understand it. So if you got some younger kids in the crowd, use your own discretion. But this is the Satanic Temple's commercial for their after-school clubs. It's gross. Watch for the law of reversal in this video. Backwards, backmasking, walking backwards. Watch this. This is nuts.